Balloony is often posed to include his hands being on his face, and I believe this is a very subtle reference to his audition tape. Like, they do directly reference his audition, my favourite being Among Us, sure, where he's meant to be sleeping. But this feels more like a more natural way to go about it, and just to quickly nod to it and just continue with the episode instead of him making the direct noise, because they could have done that. They could have, and I'm glad that they didn't, because it would have been probably a bit annoying. And it took me a really long time to pick up on this, and you can still disagree with me here, but I believe this is the reason why he does that. I posted this on my Twitter already, but he's shaking in the BFB6 plane scene, and he's also shaking in the choo-choo scene. Starting on BFB 13, they start a lot of Balloony sentences with the word well, and this is often in his later characterization, with him saying and ohs and lots of filler words, which is also in BFB 13. And I really like this, actually. It really adds to his character and makes him come across as more unsure. Like, first thing that comes to me when I think of characters speaking quirk-wise is Match, and there's probably other characters that only really say a certain thing, but I like how this is like a Balloony thing, like only he does this. Something a lot of BFB characters do is puns, and Balloony is no exception. So notable ones are I'm feeling pressured and I'm an airhead. I also really love how some BFB characters tend to sound like what object they are. Like, here's how I would imagine a balloon to sound like he's kind of muffled. I think Lollipop, liking Balloony as a person is kind of funny though, because Lollipop gives Bath back grief for being filled with vomit, and then if you look at this man over here who's literally likes Rocky. I know post-split Lollipop would probably be like, that's okay. I respect you and let's remain friends. I know pre-split Lollipop would be completely against it and would not want to interact with him ever again, and that makes me really sad. I think his relationship with Thor is also really interesting, because I consider Thor's code word as actually to just be we need to introduce the elimination place throwaway line, but then they proceed to have him stand next to Thor when the rejoin is happening. And I took so long to make this video that Teapot 7 came out and they revealed what's behind the door, and I can't really see how that has a direct correspondence to Balloony. But even so, I still really like the interactions. They're very unique to them, because Balloony's he's clearly very uncomfortable around Thor, and Thor just kind of torments him. Remember when Balloony immediately kills Thor when he receives his Earth?